This podcast is brought to you by JuiceComedyToronto.com. Also, check them out on Instagram at JuiceComedyTO. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is another edition of the Entertainment Report podcast, and this one is the Africa versus West Indies comedy showdown, clash and everything. And you know who we have? We have the good doctor with us. What's going on, Doc?
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm great, boss. And yourself?
I mean, after a win like that,
yeah,
a first show win,
yeah,
about to have a second show win, I feel very good.
Yeah. Because I know you haven't. When was the last time you're actually on Africa versus West Indies stage?
It's been a minute, you know.
Yeah.
I know I've talked to Wes a few times, but I was booked up. I couldn't make it. I even just tried to attend, and I couldn't. You know, I just love the concept. I love the support, and seeing how far he's come with this, it's incredible. Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Especially the concept, you know, African, West Indians always had a little thing. We always connected, but we always had a little thing. So now to put it in a comedy style, it's very entertaining.
100%, man. And all the comedians did their thing. The support, the energy in the place was
crazy.
Off the meter. So big up West, big up the whole crew behind the scenes. Yeah, man.
We felt the rumbling down here, the thundering, laughing down here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the show so far?
I mean, each comedian had a highlight moment for me.
Okay.
Obviously, Major Hype is definitely one of the standouts, especially when he does the different skits, you know, the whole Mitzi thing. But I think for me personally, because I was involved with it, was the sound clash.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed, you know, listening to what the scenario is, trying to find the right song, working with White Yachty to find a way that we can segue the argument into a particular tune. And landslide, like Tree Love. We get him a tree. Yeah, get him a Tree Love, man. Yeah, if there was more time, it would have been a 6.
Wow.
Yeah, Domino's thing. They would have got a 6 Love.
What were the songs that you guys played that landslide the place?
Okay, and I could tell you this because when the second show comes around, we have different tunes in case Team Africa tries to teeth one of the forwards, right? So they gave one example about like the food was done. Like I think they said oxtail and Team Africa was vexed because it should have been jollof rice or whatever. But they had this whole thing where they say, okay, well, the food was done, you see the pot empty, but then your grandmother happens to come with a plate for you.
Yeah.
You know, what tune did you select?
Yeah.
So I think Team Africa went with the Burna Boy, which is a big tune.
Of course, big.
You know, and then White Yachty came with the whole argument of, for a lot of us in the Caribbean, our grandmothers raise us. They're like our mothers. You know what I mean? And he said, for my grandmother, like I call her mama. Yeah. So I would have to say, thank you, mama, squeeze. And we played the Sizzler. Oh, geez, I need you. That was the first rumble you hear. That was the first rumble you hear. I think the second scenario was about the bottles and you're celebrating with your friends. What song would it be? Then we played the toast. So typical, easy forward. You know what I mean? And then the last one was if you wake up and you get a text saying your girl is leaving you, you know, it's over, don't text me again. And we have 2 directions we could go in. So the second one, we'll probably go in a different direction. But the first one, we went with the, you know, I'll feel sad. And we played Princess Gone, Landslide Again, Tree Love.
It's usually the best ones are when you have a roundabout argument where it's like, as you said, the first one with the thank you, mama. Nobody would ever think of that one there.
Right.
Yeah,
How did
you guys
100%.
even come up with that?
I mean, this is what we do. We win clash. You know what I mean?
I hear, all right, Doc. I hear the Doc is spoken. I heard you. You know what I mean? What else are you looking forward to tonight?
I mean, again, it's seeing these comedians in their element. A lot of times when you get the social media clips, you don't really get to see them in the full experience. You know what I mean? So to see a gentleman like White Yachty, to see a gentleman like Major Hype, to see, African Ape, I think was the guy's name.
Ace.
I mean, all of that was a wicked vibe, and just to see them give full renditions of what you may see small clips of is very entertaining. You know? Man.
And would you say, when it comes to the African side, who would you say is a star comedian over there?
This time or just in general?
I'd say this time. Tonight, what you saw tonight.
I mean, tonight, I liked the last gentleman. I can't remember his name because, to be honest, I was just so focused on not taking on Team Africa. But the last guy was funny. You know what I mean? I just don't remember his name off the top of my head. But I just, to me, I enjoyed all of it, even though I was focused. I was focused. It was wicked though. Overall, I really enjoyed it.
All right, because I know definitely you're heavy into the SOCA. So I want to ask you something about SOCA. 2020 SOCA, what can we look out for? And who should we look out for?
I mean, the typical name is Marshall. He just released a song with Vibes Cartel.
Yes, I just seen that this morning.
It's called Super Soca, which, Crown Prince, Jester, Barry Hype, and myself, we have a mixtape called Super Soca.
You got a dub, right?
We get a dub, even though he don't actually mention the tune. He doesn't mention the name Super Soca in the song, but he calls it Super Soca. So we had to talk to Che Management. We had to talk to you a little bit about that. But no, overall, there's a lot of good music. Kes and Voice have a song called Dear Promoter.
Yeah.
That's mashing up the grounds. There's a guy named Trinidad Killer. He's the one that had that viral video about Gunman and Chio.
Yes.
He has a soca tune called Dizes.
Okay.
And that's like really capturing the grounds in Trinidad right now as well. So a lot of big, look out for all the regular names that you hear a lot. Nadia Batson, Destra, Fayan Bungie, all the big names. But there's a lot of, underground coming up as well. And people from up the islands like Problem Child out of St. Vincent, and everybody's doing their thing.
Skinny Fabulous, all of them right now. Everybody right across East, West, North, and South.
Yeah,
they're really.
And I don't want anybody catching feelings if I didn't say the name, but he cannot throw that one on the spot. But plenty people.
When you start bigging up people, you're gonna forget somebody. So then that's just part of the deal. Sometimes with no offense,
hard luck.
You know what I mean? Definitely. What was your highlight for 2020? Your biggest moment
for 2019? You mean
for 2019?
I think going to Ibiza for the first time.
Yes.
Their festival was amazing. Actually, Europe in general. Like I did Berlin Carnival, and there was this one moment in which, I produced Soca or Die with one of the promoters out there, Carnival Fever Entertainment. And there was a lady who was diagnosed with a terminal kind of brain tumor. She came to the event.
Yeah.
And like they gave me a heads up, like somebody's going to come and we wanted to bring her on stage and stuff. But I didn't really understand the full story until like we actually spoke.
Yeah.
And, he called her up and she's like trembling in my hands, and we played the piano version of Savannah Grass. Okay. Like even just talking about it's kind of getting me choked up, but having that moment where she was whispering in my ear, like, I was supposed to die how long ago? And it's like, I said, I have to make it to Soca or die. I'm choosing Soca.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like,
you know
what I mean?
That's
like
serious.
Doing this in Toronto, you don't expect to have that effect on somebody all the way in Europe. You know what I mean? So I think that was definitely one of my personal highlights.
Trust me, big J. It's always a pleasure when we connect. You get the last words right here. You say anything, leave your contacts, everything right now. Floor's yours.
I mean, rest in peace, Luna. Big up to the Dutch Soca lovers. Thank you for that inspiration. I mean, I don't really have anything personal I want to big up. Follow social media, I guess, Soca Prince. But that moment is for Luna and Dutch Soca lovers. Big up. And thanks for, inspiring me on that level. I really appreciate it.
Always love when we connect, Jay. All right?
Bless
big up
yourself. Nice to see you doing big things, man. I see
you
interviewing all kind of people and you're doing your thing.
We're working. I get and I understand the game from people like you that's been in it for so long at such a high altitude, is where I say, okay, if you guys could do it, I could do something over here also too. So it's looking at people like you that really inspires me.
Yeah, man. Respect.
You know what I mean? Always love. All right?
Family. Yes.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.